Hello. In this video, I'm talking about the next topic of the collection framework in Java, that is called linked list class. What is linked list class? What is stack? What is vector? Means in previous video, I covered the most important topic of the collection framework, that is called introduction about collection framework. What is the importance of collection framework into the Java language? Second thing I covered that what is the subclasses or means all the family member of a collection framework, all the predefined classes and predefined interfaces that are implement that are extend the collection framework I covered in the previous video. If you are not watching previous 2 or 3 videos about collection framework, please watch that video first. After that you have to watch this video, because if you want to be a good into the collection framework in Java, so you have to watch each and every video in sequence wise, because in every next video you have to I am covered the most important topic of the collection framework, and we are going to from base to advanced level. So if you want to be a very strong knowledge about the collection framework, so you have to start from the basic first lecture of the collection framework. After that you have to go complete manner. Okay, so let's quick revision all information that I covered till now. So I explain you what is collection. Collection is nothing but a collection is an interface that are used for storing a group of data, in which we are able to store the data into a group. For that we are able to expand the data without giving the particular size. Means when we are creating the array class, array in Java, normally not using the collection framework, in that we are giving the particular fixed size of an array. Means if I want to insert the element in which manner they have no fixed amount of data, so we are not able to do into with the help of array, so we have to use array list class. Okay, if, array list class means collection framework. We have to use collection framework. Means collection framework are provide us to store the group of data in which they have no clue about the how much amount I want to data store into a group. Second property are provided by the collection framework, that is called if I want to store data in which I want to do many operations on that group of data. Means for removing the element, for adding the element, for replacing the element, many operations are already done into the different predefined classes that are implemented by the implement the interface, that is collection interface. Means all the operation that I am able to do on a group of data are already present. I have to use by calling the function only. Okay, so these are the functionality are provided by the collection interface. Collection interface have a 3 sub interface. First one is list interface, second one is set interface, third one is queue interface. Means there are 3 interfaces that are extend the collection framework. Means there in the collection framework there is a no class, there is no predefined class that all directly implement the collection interface. There are first 3 sub interface that extend the collection interface. First one is list interface, second one is set interface, third one is stack, and third one is queue interface. In list interface there are 4 predefined classes. In queue interface there are 2 or 3 predefined classes. In set interface also 2 or 3 predefined classes that are implement the list interface. Means any classes that are implement the list interface, so they have to implement not only the method of list interface, but also they have to implement all the method of a collection interface also. So in previous video I covered all the method that are contained by the collection interface, and what is the property, what is the task done into the program. All the methods are covered in detail in previous video about the collection interface. After that I started the first interface, sub interface, that is called list interface. What is the list interface? What are the method are present into list interface? What is the property of that method? What is the task of done by that method? All information I covered till now. And one more thing, array there in about list interface. List interface are the first interface. After that I started the set interface, and then after that I started the queue interface. So in list interface there are 4 predefined classes. First one is array list class, second one is linked list class, third one is queue, third one is stack, and fourth one is vector. All 4 classes are present, in which till now I array list class I covered. Means what is the property, what is the method are extra contained by the array list class, what is the task done by the array list class. All information about array list class I complete in previous video. So in this video I covered the remaining 3 classes, that is linked list class, stack and vector. Means in this video my target is to complete all the information about list interface and its implemented classes. Means in this video list interface is totally complete. After that I started the list next topic, that is called the set interface and its predefined classes. After that I started the queue interface and its predefined classes. So remaining classes of list interface, that is linked list, stack and vector. So first of all you have to see, you have a question in your mind, that is when I have already a array list class in which I am able to store that group of data. Understand, please listen carefully. Array list class are already present into collection interface that are able to, we are able to store the group of data and do many operations on that data. So why I'm going to use a linked list class, stack class, vector class, and what is the difference between all of them with as compared to array list class? So one by one I cover all the topics that are occurred in your mind. The question, all the question are covered. So first answer of the question is, what is the difference between array list and linked list? So my question is to you, when we are adding some element into a given fixed position into a array list, what is happening into the memory in background side, means in coding side, whenever by programmer which are able to give us the method, predefined method for use, by using them we are able to perform the operation on the array list class. There is a predefined method that is called add method. By using add method we are able to store any fixed element into given fixed position by giving the index number. At this position I want to store this element. What happened in the array list class in background, means in coding side, what is the done by the array list class? So in array list I know all the elements are in continuous manner. Means in memory block, what happened when I am creating the object of array list class, at that time there is a fixed continuous manner of memory block are reserved for storing the element into the fixed order, so that we are able to access all the elements by using the index of the element. Okay, but what happened when I want to store some element into a given fixed position? For that I have to replace each and every element by one position. After that, because let's assume there are 5 elements in a group in which I want to store a new element into a given 2 position. For that I have to switch, I have to replace 5th element into 6th position, 4th element into 4th position, and 3rd element into 2nd position. So this is a huge task, this is a time consuming task are done by the method that is called add method. But when we are talking about linked list class, so there is the profit of the inserting an element into the linked list. There is a no time consumed, there is no such operation are done that are very time consuming in the array list. When we are talking about the linked list is better option for inserting element into a group. Second property is, second is a bad thing about linked list that are not provided by the, that is provided by the array list. In array list, if I want to search any element into a group, so we have a constant time, because we are able to fetch any element of a group in an array list class by using the its index number only. But when we are talking about the linked list, there is a huge amount for fetching any element from the group. So there are some drawbacks of linked list, there is some benefit of linked list. So each classes have its own benefits, its own drawbacks. So we have to use all the classes, stack classes, vector classes, array list classes, linked list classes according to our requirement. So let's talk about the what is the linked list, what happened actually in the linked list. What linked list is nothing but a group of element. Means here when we are talking about linked list, there is no fixed continuous manner store data into memory. Means logically, means when we are talking about logically, all the elements are stored into the sequentially. Means all the elements have a fixed order is preserved also, because they are also implementing the list interface. But actually in the memory, when you are talking about memory, physically all the memory block, all the elements that are contained into the block, into the group, that is not continuous manner. As compared to the array list provide us to a continuous complete element group size in which I want to store all elements in sequence wise. But when we are talking about linked list are provided the node there is a concept of node that contain two things. First thing is pointer, second thing is data. Means each node is let's say node is for example a block in which there are two things only present. First one is data, second thing is pointer. What is the pointer means in Java? That is a reference variable. Is each and every node in a linked list is contain two things. First one is I telling you, first one is data, second one is reference variable that are point to the next node. Means in the array list class, array list is a combination or a group of sequence wise element, but when you are talking about the linked list is the group of node. Means first node connected to second node, third node, fourth node. Means in a memory block there is a no fixed continuous manner of data, continuous node. First node is here present in heap memory, second node here, third node here, fourth node here. But first node in which the reference variable are point to the second node, and second node have a reference variable that point to the third node, and third node have a reference variable that point to the fourth node. Okay, means each and every node in a linked list class, each and every node have a address of the second node. Understand? Each and every node into the linked list class have a address, have a pointer to, that is point to the next node, but physically they are not present into the sequence manner. Logically all the elements are stored into sequence manner, but in a memory, in heap memory, each and every node are not present into the complete sequence manner. First node here, second node here, third node here, with any places they are contained into the heap memory according to the spaces that are present into the heap memory. And first each node are contain the address of the next node, that are by using that we are able to find the next node. Okay, so what is the definition of the linked list? Linked list definition is, linked list is simply is a group of node. Each node contains two things. First one is a reference variable that point to the next node, and second thing is data. Means what data in the group, what data into the element of a group. Okay, so I think your concept about linked list is clear. So what is the I am telling you, there is a drawback of array list. We are inserting any element into the array list. Each element is replaced by one position. But what happened into the linked list when you are trying to insert any element into the group, into the linked list? What is the profit of the linked list as compared to array list? Now let's assume there is a first node that point to the second node and the third node. Means in a group there are only three elements: first node, second node, third node. First node point to the second node, means first node reference variable point to the second node, and second node reference variable point to the third node, and third node reference variable point to nothing. I want to store a element into the second position. In array list I have to replace one by one each element, but linked list there is no replacement. If I want to store an element into a second position, first node here, second node here, third node here. Now let's new node comes here. First node reference variable point to the second node, but I am trying to insert an element into the second position. So for that I have to do two things. First one is, first node reference variable now point to the new node that comes into the group. What I am saying, first node reference variable point to the new node that comes into the group. Now new node have a reference variable that point to the second node that are second, third, that are now become the third node after inserting this node. Understand what I am saying? First node reference variable point to the new node reference variable point to the second node. After pointing this node, means now this node is new node is inserted, then that node become third node. So by using this concept, means for example I am trying to say first node reference variable point to the second node, but I am trying to insert another node. For that first node reference variable point to the new node, and new node's reference variable point to the third node, so that this element also insert in our group. First node point to new node point to second node, and second node point to the third node. So this is the how we are able to insert a group into how we are able to insert an element into a group by using the reference variable of a node. Okay, so this is all about the insertion. Is very easy when you are talking about the linked list, but there is a drawback, that is called the searching an element into a group. when you're talking about the array list provides us to fetching an element from the array list class by using the index number with the zero constant time complexity. But when I'm trying to say I have to search an element into a linked list, then there is a n big O of n time complexity. Means there is a very huge time complexity are taken when you're trying to search any element into the I am trying to search any element into the group that is linked list. How the things are happen into that I am to telling you. For example, first node, second node, third node, fourth node, means in a group of linked list there are 4 elements are present. First node point to second, second node point to third node point to fourth. Let's assume I have to search for third node. So what happened? From the starting node I am to search for first node. After that I am getting the address of from the first node. I am getting the address of the second node. After the second node I am getting the address of the third node. After that I am get the third node. Means I have to address of the directly our target node. I am not able to find the direct reference variable of the target node. I have to start searching from the first node. After one by one each node I have to travel. Till now our target node are not covered, not getting. Understand? So how the things are actually happen in the node by node we have to understand. Okay, so I think this all information about the linked list are clear. So there are two types of things are present into the linked list. Means there are two constructor. By using that we are able to create the object of linked list class. First constructor is simply without any parameter linked list class. We are able to create it. In array list class they are predefined, they are by default size of a fixed array, that is called 10. But in linked list there is no fixed size, because we know that when we are creating any element or inserting any element into group, already by default they are created any for new node. In that node the element is present and the reference variable also point to the next node. Understand? So there is no by default size of a node linked list, because when we are trying to insert any node into a group, into a linked list object, already means compiler side node is created and that element is present and directly insert into the group. Okay, so there is no size of the linked list. Second constructor of the linked list, that in that we are able to take as a parameter this object of any collection class interface. What I am trying to say, if I want to convert array list class object into the linked list class, so we am able to do by passing the object of array list class. Means this is a very useful constructor. By using that we are able to convert any classes of collection interface from that into linked list classes. Okay, so this is the two constructor for creating the linked list object. Now question is, how the linked list class are created, by using which data structure. So I am telling you, if you know something about the data structure, so doubly linked lists are used for creating the linked list class of in the collection framework. What is doubly linked list? I am telling you, in single there are two types of linked list. First one is single linked list and third one is doubly linked list. In single linked list each node contain only one reference variable that point to the next node. But when I'm trying to say about the doubly linked list, there are two reference variable along with the data. There are two reference variables that are contained by each node. First node point to the next node and second node point to the previous node. So we are able to travel not only left to right, we are also able to travel from right to left into a group of linked node. Okay, so this is all about the linked list. So there are some predefined method that are present into the linked list class. Linked list class also implement the all method of the collection interface, all method of the list interface. After that some new method also are present into the linked list class. For example, first one method is add first method, in which parameter I have to pass an element, so that we are able to add a node or element into a group at a first position. Second one is add last. By using this method we are able to insert an element into the last position. Third one is get first, for finding the first element of a method of a group. Fourth one is get last. For using this method we are able to find the last element of a group. Then remove first, we are able to remove first element from the group. Then remove last by using this method from the linked list by using the last element, that is called remove last method. Okay, there are some method, and if you want to know all the method of a linked list class or array list class, each and everything are already present into the website of Oracle officially. Means official website of Oracle are contain all the information about the collection framework. What are the method are contained by the linked list class, what are the method are contained by the array list class, that I not covered in this video, because this video are I am focused that very important method are only telling you, because these methods are normally used huge amount in our programming language. Okay, so I think this what I am trying to say means all the important content about collection framework and core Java is telling you, that is the sufficient for about the starting. If you are going to start the core Java, so this is very enough for you to understand all the method that I covered in this video and previous video also. I think the concept about the linked list is now clear. Now I am trying to start the new topic, that is called the vector class. What is vector class? And after that I am trying to say stack class. First one is vector class is a parent class, stack is a child class. Means stack class are extend the vector class. What is the difference between vector class and array list class? What are the extra feature provided by the vector class, so that I am going to use the vector class object for storing the group of data only. Okay, so all the property of a list interface also provided by the vector class. That one is first property is we are able to store duplicate data allowed here. Second one is we are able to store the data into the sequence wise, means order is an insertion order are preserved. So many operation, all the method that are present to list interface are implemented by this class, that class names as a vector class. Means all the property are covered in array list class, also present into the vector class. But there is one difference that makes the vector is important as compared to array list, that is called the method are synchronized. What is a synchronized? If you not understand about synchronized, so my suggestion to you, please watch the video of multi-threading, in which I am telling you all information about synchronization and not synchronization. But in now abhi ke liye, for now I am trying to give you small information about synchronization. So vector class are provide us a feature that is called method are synchronized, so that thread safe. Means we are able to create a program by using the vector class object which is thread safe. For example, when you are trying to in array list class methods and different predefined class methods that are present into the class, all the classes are run simultaneously, because all the method are treated as a thread. So multi-threading are works in each classes. But when I am trying to say about vector classes, so all the methods are thread safe. Means there is no simultaneously or parallelly running of the method. After sequence wise running are complete here. Means after completion of this block of code, then this block of code is run. After this means each and every method are running in sequence manner wise. This method after this method, and this method after this method. So this is sequence wise. But when I am trying to say about array list class, in that all the methods are running parallelly, so that time consuming by the array list method and the linked list method are very fast, because their code is running parallelly. But when I am trying to telling you about the vector classes, in that all the methods are not running parallelly. After completion of one method, then second method is start, as whether the first method is not dependent on second method or second are not dependent to first method, even though all the methods are run after completion of the first method are running completed, after the second method code is start running, after second method code is running completed, then third method is start to run. So this is called the synchronization. Synchronization means, in simply word, code is running in the sequence wise, not in the parallel wise. So this vector class are used for trying to say any when This is a very important concept about synchronization. When two or three users are use the same common resources between all of them, so there is a problem of that is called the data corruption. Means three or four users are uses the same. They are uses the same common resources, and all the users use the common resources simultaneously. So there is a chances of data corruption. But when I am using the synchronization, at that time data corruption is not present. So that's why vector is thread safe, because provided the synchronization property. And why vector is slow? Because of the synchronization, all the methods are run sequence wise. After completion of first method, second method code is start running, and then after completion code of second method, then third method start the running of the code. So this is the difference between array list and vector classes, and list also. What is the difference? What is the major difference about the vector classes? Why are you using the vector classes? When I am trying to create any program in which many methods are used the same common resources, same object or same classes of object, so on that we have to use vector class, because vector is a thread safe. There is a concept of synchronization. By using synchronization, we are able to use the common resources sequence wise. Means first, when we are using the synchronization, at that time after first user that use the common resources, is this user completed its task with the common resources, then second user start its task with the common resources. After completion of the second user with the common resources task, then third user start its task with the common resources, then fourth user start its task with the common resources. So this is the sequence wise. All the user are uses the common resources, so there is no chances of data corruption. So there is a profit, there is a benefit of the vector class. Okay, so last point is, what is the stack class? And all the method are vector classes. I'm not trying to telling you all information about the vector classes. First, notice point in the vector class is, vector class are created by the using the dynamic array. What is dynamic array? Dynamic array is an object of array list that size is increased whenever element is increasing into the insertion of the array list. When I am removing the element from the array list, automatically the size of the array is synchronized. Means array of the size is minimized. So this is called dynamically. So by using dynamically array, vector class are implemented. Okay. Now last topic is that is called stack class. Stack class is a child class of a vector class. What is the task done by the stack class? I am telling you. For understanding the stack, you have to understand you have to see this. What is this? This is a, for example, assume that this is a box. So this is a box, okay, in which there is a close and this is a open. Let's assume this is a open, in which I am trying to insert any element from this gate only, and this element comes here. I am trying to insert second element, the second element comes here, and third here, fourth here, and fifth here. This is a group of 5 element only. Means first element are till now, second till now, third till now, fourth till now, 5 till now. This is covered, this is covered, this is covered. Only this box is open for inserting the element. If I want to fetching the element from this stack, what I have to do? I have to fetch fifth one, then fourth one, then third one, then second one, then first one. What happened here? First element that I inserted into the group that are go into bottom, and first element are fetching in from the group in the last. So there is a concept of FIFO, that is called not FIFO. There is a concept of first in last out, or I am trying to say last in first out, means LIFO. If any element that are comes into the stack in the last, any element comes into the last, that our element is out from the group into the first. This is concept about stack. There are some method. For example, first method is push and pop. There are two methods, very common method in stack class, that is called push method. If I want to insert any element into the stack, so I have to use push method and provide an element into the parameter. Second is pop method for fetching any element from the stack. Third one is peak element. What element are present into the highest position, means at the top of the stack, which element are present. For fetching that, we have to use peak method. Fourth one is empty method. By using empty method, we are able to find the stack is empty or not. Fourth one is search method. For finding using search method, we are able to trying to search an element, is this element are present into the stack or not. So this is all about the stack class. Stack class only one constructor, that is in which we are not trying to pass any parameter into the stack. So this is all information about the vector class, stack class and linked list class. What is the difference between array list and linked list? What is the difference between array, linked list and vector class? And what is the task done by the stack class? Okay, so this is all information about the list interface and its child classes that implement the list interface: array list class, linked list class, vector class, and last one is stack class. Our 4 classes are covered till now. In next video I am starting the next interface that extend the collection interface, that is called the set interface. After that I started the new interface that is called queue interface. Means 3 interface: list interface, queue interface, and set interface. List interface are covered till now completely, and means let's say 40 or 50% of the collection framework is covered till now, because set interface, queue interface very short. Long huge amount of uses of the list interface only. And I'm not say that set interface or queue interface not used, that are also used, but most probably list interface classes are so long used into the collection framework. So thank you for watching this video. I think concept about the list interface covered till now, because I am trying to give my best to explain all information about the linked list class, array list class, and the third one is vector and the stack class. If you have any doubt at a point, so please comment in the below section, and I am trying to give the answer in that in your comment. If your doubt is too much, so I am going to create a new video for that, for taking all the doubts in the single video. Okay, so thank you for watching this video and see you in next one.